Hi friends, it's me, Sam here today, and today I wanted to play with the Glamlite Frosted Flakes palette. I have already used this, so this is not a first impression, but I think I'm just gonna get ready for the day, and I figured we play with this. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Sam. I'm a makeup enthusiast, and makeup is my therapy. If you feel the same way, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I am not a makeup artist or anything like that. I'm just a lover of makeup. So let's get started. I wanted to just kind of tell you the key points on the product just so you know and just like talk about the cuteness of it. The palette retails for $35. I picked up only the palette. I did not have an interest in the lipstick and the lip liner and the this and the that. I mean, I have enough of all that stuff. So I just picked up the palette, but it came in this cute little box. It opens up like a cereal box. I didn't want to ruin it, so I literally opened it from the bottom. And I know people have showcased that, but like, I want to mention too, it even came in a little cereal bag. I mean, how freaking cute is that? So I do think I'm going to keep the box. I don't know why. It's just cute. I probably would get rid of it. I don't know. Really cute. But yeah, this is adorable. We're going to do the eyes first. Not because I've had any problems with this palette giving me follow or anything. I just feel like doing my eyes first. And if you're curious, I was a cereal lover as a kid. We didn't buy Frosted Flakes that often though, because I grew up in the hood and we didn't have much money. We always got plain Cheerios, and we would literally take like regular sugar and try to like put it on the cereal, and then it would be so heavy it would sink to the bottom, and then you'd have to like try to scoop the sugar up with the cereal from the bottom of the bowl, and it never really tasted quite right. And if my mom was feeling like we could stretch a couple bucks, we would get Frosted Flakes, but it wasn't all the time. And I mean, I liked it, but I don't eat cereal anymore. So I just thought it was very cute, and the color story is adorable. I'm also playing with these brushes that I got off of Amazon. They're from the Jessup line. I guess a lot of people are saying they're good, so I really wanted to test them out and see if they're like worth it. I've been buying brushes nonstop. I feel like this is the season for brushes for me because I'm really trying to find something that looks good or that works well. So yeah, the first shade I want to go in with is Classic, but I didn't prime my eyes, so let's do that really quick. I'm just gonna kick it old school and go back to my Milani. So I've been wanting to film this for a while, but honestly, I got crazy sick for like a week. I had like fevers and all kinds of stuff. I had some crazy infection, probably from my pets, because we have a lot of animals. If you're new to my channel and you haven't, or you just haven't noticed me say or mention things about my animals, we have 2 dogs, 2 bunnies, and we have a dozen chickens. And right now we have a new flock of chickens, and they're currently in the house because they don't have all their feathers yet. So I don't know if it's the bunnies or if it's the chickens, but needless to say, I got like a horrible infection, and it got so bad. I kind of let it go on for so long that I ended up like having fevers for like 4 days straight and like all this stuff. And that was like with antibiotics, it took so long to kick in. So yeah, that was not good. Not completely smart on my end either for like waiting to get it taken care of. But so we're going to go into Classic. Yeah, and it's the end of the school year. The kids have had to like change their whole wardrobe from their winter clothes to their summer clothes, and that's a whole freaking project. I swear, like, if you don't have kids and you do that for yourself, it's such a freaking headache when you have to do it for 3 other people because they won't do it for themselves. It's just a huge task to go through, see what things can be donated, what things can be kept, what things need to be tossed because they've destroyed it beyond compare. And because I live in Massachusetts, and we were still, even last week, we had a weekend, it was like 90 degrees every single day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the weekday came and it was 50 degrees the whole week. So I was kind of like holding off on switching the wardrobes and just kind of like pulling out some summer stuff, but their closets were like busting out the seams. I had to do that, and then my husband was out of town for a couple days. And yeah, and then I got sick when he came home. I thought, oh, he's coming home, I could relax, because taking care of all the chores of the animals and the children and trying to still function for yourself, work. I also have like a regular full-time job. It's a lot. So I was like, oh, when he comes home, it's the weekend. I'm going to have like all this time. I'm going to finally catch up. I'm going to film. And then, nope, that wasn't part of God's plan. That's for sure. All right, let's go into Go Getter. Oh, I got a little fallout. And I'm just taking this in the outer corner and in the crease. I haven't had any problems with this palette. But I will note that the black is not the most black. Yeah, it's hard to sometimes justify to painting my face. That's what I call putting on makeup. When like literally, like I thought about like, oh, I could just do it in the morning when I start my day. But to be honest, I don't wear makeup every single day. I mean, I would say it's like a 50-50. But I don't wear makeup every single day because I'm like handling chicken eggs and cleaning bunny stuff. Like I have like tasks that are kind of dirty, and it's like, I don't know, it just feels weird to be like dressed up to do stuff like that. Not to say you can't. I mean, I've seen girls who like are mechanics and doing crazy stuff that wear makeup all the time, but for me, it just doesn't feel like natural to like kind of get dolled up to do some like dirty work. All right, I'm taking this super tiny like detailed brush here, and I'm gonna go into this blue shade here. What's it called? Sweet Spark. I'm gonna create like a faux crease situation. Actually want to put a little bit of orange on. Let me do that before I like go too far, and then I can't. I'm going to try to be really careful because I don't want it to get like muddy, but we'll see. I'm going to take Tony the Tiger, which is this orange here. What do you guys think? That looks okay? So yeah, I just don't always feel like it's, I don't know, motivated to like paint my face to do yard work or like take care of creatures or even take care of the kids. I mean, the kids don't care what's on my face. And now that I work from home, I don't always even leave the house, which is, I don't know. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing, I guess. Because I feel like the introverted part of me is like, yeah, I don't care about leaving the house. I don't want to see people. That part of me is like, yeah, but if I don't see people, like I don't feel motivated to like paint my face. All right, let's go back into Sweet Spark, that blue. This month is gonna be insane for me because I'm sure like most of you guys, it's like Father's Day. I have a daughter who has a recital this week. I have school spray day, this day, that day. And then we have my goddaughter's having her sweet 16, but she's doing it more like a quince because she didn't get to have her quince because of COVID. I'm going into Tiger Paw, which is the orange sparkle. So we have that big party, which I'm doing arts and crafts and making the centerpieces. And then my daughter's birthday is right after that. And then the 4th of July comes and we're going away. So it's going to be crazy. It's crazy. I am not looking forward to the running around and all this and that. I really am not. We do what we need to do. I just have to figure out a way to kind of make time for myself, because when I get busy like this, in the past, I tend to kind of neglect myself and neglect filming and stuff. And then honestly, filming is so helpful to like my mental health. That's a bunny playing with baby key rings. So if you hear that, that's what that is. But in the past, when I've kind of like pushed filming to the side to kind of just take care of shit around the house or myself, like, take care of the fam, I tend to feel kind of shitty because with all the things I do, I don't really, like most moms, or even most people nowadays, because you have to like kill yourself and work crazy hours to provide even for yourself. But I neglect myself, and I'm not one of these girls that are like, oh, self-care, I'm going to have like a whole day of pampering myself and blah, blah. That's not me. Kudos to you. That's your style, but I do not go to the nail salon and get my nails done. That's not my jam. I don't know. Part of me feels like it's a waste of money. I could do it myself if I really want to do that, and I don't care enough to do it, so I don't. And yeah, I'm not about all that. All right, I think this is pretty much the look. We're gonna start doing the face. I'm trying to use up this little sample of a primer I have from It Cosmetics. Let me text my husband to remind him to go pick up the oldest one from school, because when he be doing his little Zoom meetings with his friends, he'd be forgetting. Let's see if he responds. All right. So I'm trying to use up this primer. It's a little sample ditty that I had. I think I got this from like, also used to, or they still do it. I just try not to add these stupid things to my carts anymore, but like they'll do, that's way too much, but whatever. My husband just ran in here, ran out like crazy because he forgot to get her. He had to run in and grab some cargo shorts to run out the door. Yeah, so what I was saying was Ulta does all these like spend X amount of money and then we'll send you like $80 worth of fucking samples. And I used to just be like, I know it's not $80, but I'm gonna get it. And I would add it to the cart. And now I have like literally a basket of samples. Probably half of them need to go in the trash because they're so old. I'm just gonna let that sit for a second. And I wanted to go back into this because I loved this when I got this last year, but I haven't used it in some time, partly because my skin, partly because my shade has changed with the seasons. But I want to see if this will match me right now because I remember loving it. I think it could work. This is like a radiant, what do they call it? It's the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. This is a water light medium coverage natural radiant finish. This is what the NARS one, I thought the NARS one was going to be, and then it wasn't. It was just way too shimmery. probably gonna need a second pump, but let's spread this out nice and thin first. This is my problem. It looks pretty decent here, and then my forehead is so dark, it's like I don't even have to wear bronzer up there, man. The only reason why I do wear bronzer is to kind of hide the cast that ends up happening. But I don't want to put nothing on my forehead because then it will look too dramatic. My forehead gets very red as it tans. All right, well, it's not to say that today I'm not going to do some yard work. I actually have to, or animal caring. Today I have to change the bunnies' litter because they are house trained. I guess that's what you could call it. They use a litter box. So I have to change a litter box, but it's like I don't like to I don't even know if you guys care about this. Do you even care? I use these pine pellets that you get for like horses and chickens. We do use them for the chickens as well. I just need to clean my hand off. So we use these pine pellets for the litter, and yeah, so I just throw them outside when I am done. You can put them in your compost and stuff like that. So, and all that, but I guess today we're gonna do it in glam. I don't know what, I think I want to use my L'Oreal concealer. It might be a little too dark, so I have like all my concealers here because I don't know, lately I've been getting my shades all wrong. Like I wore concealer the other day. I was like, oh my goodness, no. Thank God that the Charlotte Tilbury powder, I love that stuff, but it does oxidize your concealer. So if your concealer is too light and you have that powder, set your under eye and it will kind of fix that for you. So we'll see. This is the L'Oreal Radiant Concealer in Caramel. We will see if this matches me right now. I have no clue. This is one of my favorite concealers from the drugstore because it's very lightweight and has great coverage. I have this problem with shade matching. And I don't know, tell me how you girls out there feel if any of you are my complexion at all. But sometimes I be doubting myself. And that's why I buy the wrong shades. Because literally, I'm not even kidding you. I'm going to tell you some random ass story. But where I worked previously, it was in an office. And there was a girl who I was acquainted with, obviously for work. I wouldn't call her my friend. I wouldn't chill with her outside of work. But like, you know, we're nice to each other at work or whatever, talk. So I was looking at foundations and she happened to be at my desk talking to me about something else. And I was like, hey, you're standing here. And I was like, what shade foundation do you think I should pick up? Do you think I should pick up X or Y? And she literally looked at me and then looked at my phone and was like, I think you give yourself too much brown girl credit. And I was like, offended, but I didn't know what to say or how to react because at the end of the day, I know I'm not a black girl. I'm not morena, you know what I mean? But I can't help what color my skin is. So I didn't know how to react to that. I was like, I don't want to say the inappropriate thing. So I honestly just changed the subject. It made me uncomfortable. I didn't know what to say, how to react. So I just literally said nothing and changed the subject. And then low key, I felt a type of way later on. I was like, maybe I'm not that tan. So I literally purchased the lighter shade of the two that I was considering. And when the foundation came in the mail, it was like 2 shades too light. And this was like winter. And I was like, why first off, everybody's entitled to their opinion. So if she felt that way, whatever. But at the end of the day, I need to have the confidence in myself to be like, this is how I look. This is how I came out. And I am my shade. Like, I shouldn't doubt my shade match because of some comment some other person has made. So needless to say, I had to go and return the product to Sephora and get 2 shades darker. And it was just, that's a thing that kind of sometimes happens to me still, where it's not because of any particular person saying any comment, but it's just like me feeling like I'm not that tan. And then at the same time, when I go for the lighter thing, then it ends up being too light. And don't get me wrong, there's been times where I picked up the darker option and it was too dark, but that's happened like once. I'm feeling a little bougie, so I took out my Gucci in the shade medium, I'm pretty sure, number 3. And yeah, I need to be easy on myself. My skin complexion changes quite dramatically, and I'm not gonna say that I'm like super dark or tan or whatever, because in the winter I think I get pretty light. But yeah, so sometimes I be trying to use stuff because I think like, oh, that's my shade, and then I'm like, I look like I'm wearing a kabuki mask, and that's not cool. I love this bronzer. I need to declutter a bunch of bronzers. I have a lot of bronzers and they work for me, but I don't reach for them because I have other, you have favorites. And yeah, I need to go in and like start getting rid of some stuff because I only have one face. I'm going to use this Natasha Denona Blush Duo. This is the number 11, and I'm going to mix these 2 shades to kind of make the perfect shade. Am I going to get carried away? I think I am. All right, time to stop. Found myself dipping in there way too many times. I was like, All right, do we want to finish the eyes? We do. Let's finish the eyes. I want to take this little pencil brush that came in the set and go in with Yummies, which is the gold, and put that in the inner corner. Got lash extensions a couple weeks ago. A friend of mine just got certified to do them, and yeah, I was like kind of interested, and she wanted to practice a little. She did a good job, but with the shadows that I use, and they were falling out. And I was like, I know she told me like, yo, you shouldn't really wear makeup with this, but it was like, that's what I do, is wear makeup. I'm going to go into Teamwork to put that in the lower lash line. Yeah, so I have a couple lashes still hanging on. Just kind of like waiting for those to finish falling out. How many of you guys actually like get fake lashes, lower lash extensions? I had them also once before, and I really didn't like it because the lash artist that did them, I have very small eyes. She put all these like crazy long lashes. Like for me, they were so long they were touching my brow. And I was like, I looked like I was working last night. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to go into Breakfast Time, which is the blue in the center. And I was like, kudos to you if you do that, but that's not my life. So I didn't love them. This time, my friend who did them really nice. They were like very nice and like natural looking, which is what I asked her for, but I just don't think that it's worth the upkeep if you wear eyeshadow every single day, or like you try to at least. Because even when I'm not wearing makeup out of the house, sometimes I'm sitting at my desk, literally just playing with makeup, like applying makeup to literally wipe it off. So it's like, I felt like I couldn't really do that, or I was going to ruin the lashes, and I didn't want to be wasteful for the time and the money and the energy that went into putting them on. I really don't want to use this, but I kind of do. This is the Hourglass, what do they call this? Brow sculpting pencil. It's like one of the best-selling brow pencils. I don't love this. It's like almost too creamy and too thick, and it gets kind of out of hand easily, but we're going to use it because I do want to like try to use it once in a while to use it up. I did spend good money on this. It's not horrible. It's just not my favorite. It's just slightly too creamy. I'm gonna also use the NYX Brow Glue because I'm trying to use this up. I keep going back and forth to it too. I don't love this, but I want to use it because I spent money on it. And I hate being wasteful. When it goes down, like when it dries, it's fine, but it's that applying and like being that like, I don't know, that stringiness, it grosses me out. I just I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. And then look at how nasty it looks inside. It's like gross looking. Part of me just wants to throw it away because it looks so nasty, but I'm like, don't do it. Don't waste your dollar. Because I feel like that's how they get you. And then like, even if you like this product, you probably think, oh, it's nasty. I throw it away. And then you're like, I need to buy a new one. All right. I'm trying to finish off this Maybelline Sky High. I'm pretty close. This might be the last time I use it. I'm at the point with these lash extensions that I want to pull them out because there's literally only like 3 still hanging on, but I feel like I do not want to pull on my little itty bitty lashes, so I'm trying to hold out. And we're just gonna throw on this ColourPop lip oil. That looks like nothing. All right, that is the final look. I have to say, I love this palette. If you want a closer look at my eyes, here we go. Sorry, I didn't think of that. Yeah, I love this palette. If you're thinking about getting it, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's super, super cute. Show you the inside one more time. Absolutely love it. The pigmentation is nice. You guys saw me. I got a little bit of follow from this, but nothing crazy. And that was the first time. And it's probably because I just went in a little too much. But besides that, thank you guys for hanging out. I really do appreciate it and listening to me talk about absolutely nothing. You could be anywhere listening to anybody. But you chose to hang out here. So thank you again. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, love you guys. Bye.